Hi, and welcome to Angadi's Guide to Hunting Mexico. In this video, I will show you how to fill out proper paperwork to come down into Mexico. I will take you to many ranches and show you their varying amenities, as well as the varying terrain and brush you will find in your trip down to Mexico. But most importantly, I will show you the main reason why all of us dream of coming down into Mexico. That once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take a monster buck down in old Mexico brush country. So sit back and enjoy this Angadi video production.
Our journey into Mexico begins here, at the boundary between the United States and Mexico, the beautiful and majestic Rio Grande. This, the Columbia Solidarity International Bridge, is the most widely used bridge by hunters from the United States. It provides easy access into Mexico. Plenty of signs will guide you throughout the bridge. Remember, you must check your guns in when you come into Mexico, and later check them out when you leave. There's a specific hunter's line where you can do all this. Many beautiful sculptures adorn the entire Columbia Solidarity International Bridge. Once you have crossed into Mexico, you will find a gas station right next to the highway. You can fuel up or pick up any groceries you may have forgotten from home. You can find gasoline and diesel at this gas station, as well as a small mini-mart where you can stock up on any groceries you may have forgotten. The return trip into Mexico is a simple task. All you have to do is follow the signs. But be careful, the bridge is known by two names, the Columbia International Bridge and the International Solidarity Bridge, so don't be confused. As an added service, there is an Angadi measuring station at the Columbia Bridge, conveniently located next to the toll booths as you're returning into the United States. Here, experienced measurers will score your trophy, which will be entered automatically into the Los Gigantes deer contest. Once all the measurements have been taken, all the numbers will be added up. You'll be given a final score as well as a sheet. Angadi also provides a hide dipping service at this station as well. Remember, your hide must either be frozen or dipped before returning to the United States. In addition to your hide either being frozen or dipped, you must also remember to always put the tag on your antlers before you cross into the United States, just to avoid any hassles or misunderstandings. In addition to the Columbia Bridge, there's also the Juarez-Lincoln International Bridge, or better known as Bridge 2. Most of the time, Bridge 2 has a lot more traffic than the Columbia Bridge, so it is less widely used by hunters. And remember, there is neither a measuring nor dipping station at this bridge. You must also keep in mind that you cannot bring back any meats, fruits, or vegetables into the United States, even if you bought them in the US. So avoid any hassles and get rid of any of these items before your return trip. One of the main things people ask when they're going on a trip is, where am I staying? In Mexico, you can find just about any kind of accommodations. These accommodations can go from the very simplest to the most stylish and elegant. Some people say a hunting trip is all about experiencing the outdoors, being at one with Mother Nature. But others say experience the outdoors when you're on the deer stand, but have the opportunity to sit back and relax after a long, hard day of deer hunting. Whatever your preference may be, Mexico has it all. All these ranch houses you're looking at represent only a small part of Mexico's widely varying selection of houses you might find. Mostly every ranch house in Mexico sits in front of a beautiful landscape that will make your jaw drop in amazement at the beauty and splendor of old Mexico. Being able to come back to a nice reclinable chair on a porch where you can enjoy the afternoon breeze is always a very enjoyable way to relax after a long, action-packed morning. A porch is always a nice getaway from the midday sun. It's a nice place to sit down, relax, and make plans for the afternoon hunt. No house in Mexico is complete without one. Looking at a house on the outside gives you only half of the picture. Not only are the houses in Mexico nice on the outside, they provide you with a total at-home experience on the inside. Being comfortable where you stay is a big part of enjoying your hunt. Getting a good night's sleep is always a good key to success, and staying somewhere you aren't comfortable is always a key for disaster and will keep you from enjoying your hunt. Having a nice, comfortable bed to sleep in is always a plus on a hunt. Down here in Mexico, we strive to make you feel at home and be as comfortable as possible. When people talk about Mexico, they think in their minds of a small, beat-down ranch house, or maybe no house at all. But let me tell you, you'll be truly amazed by the accommodations you can find in Mexico. Fully furnished homes, running water, as well as electrical power. Our goal is to provide you with a home away from home, and with a truly memorable hunt, an experience you'll never forget. One of the big things we all look forward to at the end of the day is a nice big dinner served at a big dining table where we can all talk about how our day went. Oh, and where we can also stretch the truth just a little bit. Being able to experience Mexico to the fullest is a big key to having a good time. Rest assured, here in Mexico, we've got it all covered. The most common way ranch owners provide electricity for these homes is by using either solar power or a generator, and sometimes even a combination of both. Now that you've seen all the accommodations provided by ranches in Mexico, let's see what Mexico is really all about. Mexico has always been characterized by having an enormous array of varying terrain, as well as brush. Everywhere you look, you will see why so many hunters make the annual trip to Mexico. In Mexico, you can find anywhere from country that more closely resembles mule deer country than it does whitetail country, to flat, seemingly endless terrain, as well as everything in between. Some areas of Mexico are characterized by being extremely rocky and arid, places where they only get very few inches of rain every year. While other places in Mexico are just like the South Texas brush country. But no matter what type of terrain you find yourself in, it will truly be a priceless experience. The terrain will vary tremendously from state to state. In some states you might find rolling hills with sparse brush and a low brush line, while in other states you might find steep rocky hills with tall, seemingly impenetrable brush. The northern Mexico brush country is one of the most diverse habitats in Mexico. It has a never-ending array of plants and animals that you cannot find anywhere else. There are many different hunting methods used in Mexico, but the most popular method is hunting out of a tripod stand, which is usually overlooking a feeder and a road on which corn has been laid out on. The tripod can also be set up at the edge of an oat patch, overlooking the long corn-fed sendero. Another very popular method to hunt is out of a box blind. Some hunters prefer box blinds that sit at eye level, while others prefer the more traditional tower blind, where you can see above all the brush and see any approaching deer a lot faster than you would see out of a box blind at eye level. And just like a tripod stand, box blinds are usually set up overlooking either a feeder, a food plot, or a long sendero. Another very big advantage to box blinds is that they keep you out of the elements on those cold winter days, and are usually more comfortable to sit in for long periods of time than tripods.